Here I am, Pismo Beach. Hey, wait a minute. This doesn't look like Pismo Beach. I probably should have turned right at Albuquerque and... Ooh, look at the size of this carrot juice dispenser. Yipes! Now, where the heck am I? Maybe the person who lives in the silo will tell me where I'm at and how to get out of being at here.
Come right in. How do you do? My name is Merlin, and I'm a sorcerer.
Yeah? Really? A sorcerer? Come on, let me see a saucer. Please, please?
Of course. Anything to oblige a guest.
You know, that's a good trick, Moyle, old Goyle. Can you do this one? That gave him a hobby, but I still ain't nearer to my natural habitat. Sorry to interrupt this entertaining demonstration, but can you tell me where I am?
It seems that you are lost in time, my dear. Here, it's nowhere.
Nowhere? And do you know how I could get back to, somewhere?
Of course I know. You must go from one era to another and find symbols like this. They will open you new locations and will progressively lead you back to present time. All right, listen carefully, Rabbit. Get 10 of these objects to receive a clock symbol. That's it for now. Bye.
Yeah, goodbye, Moyle.
You need more carrots to exit this era.
Yeah, goodbye, Moyle.
Bounce on some enemies to reach inaccessible objects or grounds. You can use objects like mallets to bust an enemy, but do it fast. It works for a short time. You can move some objects using the push action. They can be used as a step to reach a too-high ground or object. You can use objects like mallets to bust an enemy, but do it fast. It works for a short time. Hello, Travel Hare. Let me save your position.
Thanks, Moyle.
Bye.
Yeah, goodbye, Moyle.
To avoid awakening someone, use the sneak action. It can also be used on fragile grounds. Jump and press the dive action over a rabbit hole to get under the ground. To exit, reach a hole and jump. Hello, Travel Hare. Let me save your position.
Thanks, Moyle.
Bye.
Yeah, goodbye, Moyle.
To land on explosive objects like TNT boxes without injuries, use the Here's action to softly land on it. While you're running, try the roll action. It can be used as an attack against enemies. Use the jump or kick action to defeat some enemies. Combine both actions for some other ones. Psst. If you can't hurt an enemy when he's facing you, try to kick his behind. It could work. You could also try to tire him out first. When he stops, kick his behind, bunny. You need more carrots to exit this era.
Yeah, goodbye, Moyle.
You can pick up objects and throw them to enemies. You can also pick them up, move them, and drop them somewhere else. Pick this one up to start your quest. It opens the Stone Age era. Get in and there choose one of the opened entrances. Visit all of them and get back all the hidden clocks they contain.
Great! Thanks, Moyle. Anything else?
Yes. Of course, picking up carrots will raise up your energy. That's it for now. We'll probably meet again somewhere in time. Time traveling is one of my favorite hobbies. I'll teach more later, time traveler. Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye, Moyle. Collecting symbols. Well, why not? After all, they laughed at the man when he discovered the penicillin.
Hello, Travel Hare. Let me save your position.
Thanks, Moyle.
Bye.
Yeah, goodbye, Moyle. Today's hunt is wabbit.
Yeah, wabbit, yeah.
Hey, what's up, Doc? Wabbit, wabbit.
Yeah, wabbit, yeah.
Hey! Hey! Great! Hey! 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 Great! Hey! Hey!
Hello, Travel Hair. Let me save your position.
Thanks, Moyle.
Bye.
Yeah, goodbye, Moyle. Great! Yikes!
Hello there.
Hello, travel hair. Let me save your position.
What are you up to today? Find
Thanks,
any new
Moyle.
games to mess around with?
Bye.
Yeah, goodbye, Moyle.
NES is somewhat fun, depending on what game you're looking at. Like, I remember the Addams Family games were somewhat interesting, but they were just, like, really hard to get past, and that's what most of the whole generation was. It's just, like, really hardcore games to play. It's like you get so many lives to do it, and then just like, well, fucking get started all over from the beginning. And it's a ridiculously long game. That's what most of them were. I think Sega Genesis did that for a bit, and then they implemented saves on that one. NES most of the games, they didn't have saves. I don't know why. There was some that did, and they were mostly Nintendo based. But third-party ones mostly didn't have saves. I don't know why. Yes, I actually am somewhat emulating this. But it doesn't have any problem with emulating it at all. Why? Because the scan lines that you see there, that is the thing that I put on top of it to make it more look authentic. Because a lot of the time with the games, when I grew up, they had the scan lines. Because of the television that was doing that. Which allowed the game to actually run much smoother. And it was just like, it's a cool implementation. And then it just like, I enjoyed the scan line because like the technology behind that. And I was like, alright, you know what? I'm gonna put scan lines into anything I can do when I play games, and that's what I do now. So like if I'm playing some sort of game that allows me to do it, I'll end up putting scan lines on it. Like PS2 I'll do it with, PS1 I'll do it with, some older games and that I'll probably do it with that. GameCube, I'm still not sure about if I should do that. N64, it's here and there, all depends on what game it is. Might think about implementing it into N64, but I'm not sure. Like, a lot of their games, like GoldenEye was like a high-end game where they literally dedicated on like texture resources. So it's like hard to decide on whether or not to do scan lines on that. It's like, do I want to ruin the quality somewhat, or should it just be the same? But then again, like, it had scan lines in the actual original way we played it, so it's not much ruining it in that way. Plus, if you notice, a lot of the times, if you go actually play on the actual consoles, if you go and, like, try to play, like, the earlier, like, generation, like, the backwards compatibility area, it's running on an emulator, if you didn't know that. Like, if you try to play PS1 games in a PS3, it's purely emulation. It's just a different type depending on which version of the PS3 you have. But basically, it's all ran through emulation. Nintendo, the way they're doing their shit, they've always done emulation on their side since like GameCube probably. I think even the N64 had some emulation. That was because of Rareware implemented it in their games themselves. Like, DK64 had the space thing where you're basically jumping around. That was from an old computer system that was called the ZX Spectrum. And they implemented that into there so that way you could play the game. So, no matter where you're looking into, if you want to looking for the best quality on like the higher up systems, it's basically like you don't have a choice but to emulate it. You might not know it at the moment until you look into like the actual like programming side of it. It's like, oh, it's actually just purely emulation most of the time. Now, if you go to the original system, of course you're not emulating it then. But also, when you're emulating it, you get to push up the quality of like the textures and everything, and you get a better flow of it, and also when you're emulating it, you can choose like what controller that you want to use. You're not just forced to a certain limit of like that particular platform. So like I use a PS4 controller right now, and this is a PlayStation 1 game, and it feels a lot smoother than trying to run with a PlayStation 1 controller. It's a lot better that way. A really helpful thing with this type of emulation front end, or not front end, the maybe it is front end, that's right, because front end is retroarch, and then the actual emulator is PCSX rearmed. But anyways, retroarch front end has like GameCube, I mean, not GameCube, but it does have that Game Boy emulation. And I don't know if you ever played on a Game Boy before, like where it just had a D-pad. You weren't able to much like work around with that. Well, with this, because you're emulating it through there, you would be able to use your own controller and tell it to implement like the analog stick to be like the D-pad. So like you'll be able to move around just like as if you're using the D-pad, but you're using the controller stick. And it's a lot easier to play with those games. Pretty cool to do that.
Hello, Travel Hair. Let me save your position.
Thanks, Moyle.
Bye.
Yeah, goodbye, Moyle.
Now, with this emulator, on top of what you can do that's like already limited, you can also play online multiplayer with other people, and it's been even more open since they released the Steam version of it, where you can do remote play instead of just like having only so many like emulators that you can work with. Like before, when the RetroArch front end was out, like you could do maybe like NES and SNES. Maybe that's about it that you could do for like online multiplayer, but ever since they brought the Steam version in, Steam version basically, so how Steam works, you can do Steam remote play from like across the world or whatever you want to do, and you can play the same game through Steam itself. And basically there's a little bit of lag, but it's not much noticeable. And it opens a huge other field within this like front end. It allows you to play with a lot more emulators for 2-player, or even up to 4 players all in one go. But it's a little bit more complex of how to get that working, because the Steam version is a bit more broken down than the original one, where basically you can download more cores, which is like the emulators, but they call them cores in there, I don't know why. But basically, you can download those and throw them over to the Steam version from the regular version. I can teach you how to do that, but it allows you to play a lot more games, like PS1 together, you can do PS2 together. Well, PS2 is a little bit in the works right now, but you can do full-on GameCube, you can do like full N64 now, all sorts of platforms that you weren't able to do before. So now you can like play with your friends online with your old games. Hopefully they fix up the PlayStation 2 one to where it's actually up to the PCSX2 emulator of where it's at now. so that way we don't run into problems like graphical problems in like where we can run more CPU cores onto it to where it can run much better. Because right now it's not working so well, the development version that they're doing on RetroArt. Basically, DX11 is a little bit buggy on there, depending on what game you're playing, and what was it? There's also one more problem with it. Oh yeah, you can't dedicate more cores to it to where, like, you can allow it to use, like, more of your CPU, so, like, certain games will lag heavily, where they normally don't on the normal emulator. So they need to look at that, but like GameCube is fully working, because that was like a long time ago when they started working on that one. N64 is fully able to be done. PlayStation 1 fully able to be done. Like, if you ever want to play those games with me, heck, all you have to do is like ask was like, hey, you want to play some Crash? What's it? Crash Team Racing. It's like, yeah, sure. Just like let me hook up the server. And boom, I just add you to my Steam account for friends list, and then send you like the remote play session thing, and you hook up, and then boom, instantly, I can basically have you playing with me. Pretty cool doing that. I did some what was it? It was on N64. It wasn't GoldenEye, but the other one that's like GoldenEye. Crap, I forget what it was. It was another N64 game that Rare made. I don't remember what it was. Perfect Dark, that's what it was. Perfect Dark, I played a bit together with a friend of mine online because we were just testing at that point. It's like, oh, hey, let's try this thing out. It was a little bit buggy at first, like, because for some reason, like, when you select your game to boot, it will, like, it for some reason changes, like, the frame of basically what you're rendering at that point for some reason. So, like, on the remote play area for the secondary player, they don't see it unless you literally boot the remote play session once you boot the game. Then it actually fully works. But then, yeah, we got all the way through, and we were just, like, having a fun time playing Perfect Dark. No, it wasn't scrap. Perfect Dark was a full-on game. A 007 game that was scrapped. I don't know of any that's been scrapped. Like, I know there's one that's in development right now. With Square Enix. Right now, they're working on one.
You wabbit.
You'll have to do some research on that. Like, look up, like, the games that's been made of the 007 series and see, like, which ones didn't make it. Like, I remember at one point in time, what was it? Die Another Day wasn't gonna be made at all. But then they actually took years later and they implemented it into a huge series thing. It's called, I think, 007 Legends. And it was released for the Wii U and the Xbox 360. And they actually released Die Another Day on there. And it was pretty good. They had other movies that weren't made into video games on there too, like Goldfinger. What was there? Russia with Love wasn't on there, but... Shit, I don't even remember what other ones were made on there. I'm trying to think. I know Skyfall was on there, but that was like a later release on 007 Legends as a DLC. Because because Skyfall, the movie, just got released around that time, so they didn't get it finished in time. So they released it as a DLC for that game. I don't remember if it was free or if you had to pay for it. But I didn't get to play that DLC, but I did get to play the original game of 007 Legends on the Wii. I played it with the GameCube controller, actually. Basically just plugged it in because I had the original Wii system. Pretty good.
Hey, Wabbit! Hey! Great! Hey! Whoa! Great! Whoa! Whoa! Great!
Good, but you left some stuff behind you. Let me save your position.
Thanks, Moyle.
Bye.
Yeah, goodbye, Moyle. Shh. Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting wabbits. You, wabbit. Ouch. Oh. Ouch. Hey! Hey! Ouch! You wabbit! Hey! Hey! Ouch! Hey! 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 Ouch! Hey! 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 You wabbit! Ouch! Ouch! Hey! Hey! Ouch! Hey! You wabbit! Hey! Hey! You wabbit! Ouch! Oh, ouch! You wabbit! Ouch! You grab it. Hey! Ouch! Great!
Great. Just perfect. You have completed this level. Let me save your position.
Thanks, Moyle.
Bye.
Yeah, goodbye, Moyle. Today's hunt is wabbit.
Yeah, wabbit, wabbit, yeah, yeah.
Hey! What's up, Doc? Wabbit, wabbit!
Yeah, wabbit, wabbit, yeah, yeah.
great! Yikes!
Hello, Travel Hare. Let me save your position.
Thanks, Moyle.
Bye.
Yeah, goodbye, Moyle.
Hello, Travel Hare. Let me save your position.
Thanks, Moyle.
Bye.
Yeah, goodbye, Moyle. Hey! Yikes! Yikes! Hey! Hey!
Good, but you left some stuff behind you. Let me save your position.
Thanks, Moyle.
Bye.
Yeah, goodbye, Moyle. Hey, what's up, Doc?
This here's mine. Come back here, you mangy mutineering rabbit.
Get 5 of these objects to receive a clock symbol.
Hey! Great!
Alright, I'm gonna radio Jimmy over there. He's playing some Kirby. I guess I'll have to catch up on this next time, probably. Who knows? It all depends on what I'm into at the time. Catch you guys later.